today was just that perfect weather, bro. Like,
What's your definition of perfect?
oh shoot,
Right?
It was
yeah,
hella
it
cold.
was.
Hella cold in the morning.
Why?
In the morning. I remember I'm always I'm out the house like at 5:30.
Out the house at 5:30.
I gotta get to work.
Mercy.
I mean, I'm no better. I'm out the house by 6.
I mean,
Yo,
you don't work. I do it on the weekend because like the trains are ridiculous on the weekend.
Yeah,
Can't-
that is true.
can't-
I need
Can't
to
trust-
tell y'all what time I get up then.
Or like
Well, you-
11,
You
12.
work
Well-
for the train. You work for the
No.
train.
It ain't that sweet, Jeremy. Don't. Shit ain't that sweet. I wish.
Also, it depends on what station you're working in.
That's also a huge factor.
Because on
Yes.
the weekdays, I don't leave the house till like 8 something.
Weekdays, I don't leave the house until 7:15, 7:25.
I could walk to work. If I would walk to work, it would take me about 20 minutes. Leave my
Oh,
house at
Lord.
8:40.
If only. I wish I could walk to work. Do you walk to work, Brother Jay? Is that what it is?
I can neither confirm nor deny this.
Yeah. Freaking work around the corner.
Welcome to
I-
the Excuse Me Brother podcast.
We're your hosts tonight. We back together, y'all. We back together after what,
Feels
3
back.
weeks?
There are a few mini
It's been like
series.
3 Yeah.
I think it's been 3 weeks.
Been
I
a
blame
minute.
Tay.
Fuck you.
I
I
gotta
was
be
gonna say,
alright.
I was gonna say I
Also-
blame life.
If you're
Nah,
listening to
blame
this
him.
on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And tell Brother Jay, shut the fuck up. Just
Just
for
starting
me.
early today. We didn't start early.
I don't take one to being blamed for something I have nothing to do with.
You have a lot to do with this.
Do I really?
Yes. You're a third of the show. Yes, you have a lot to do with this. You have an equal chunk of responsibility as me and producer Jay.
I would say that if it wasn't for the fact that you keep changing the day.
We did not change the day.
How many times, Producer Jay? How many weeks in the messages that we're supposed to record on this day, it'd be like, oh, let's not do it today. Can we do it on Monday?
No, all I did was switch the content of the episode.
No,
I didn't change the day.
No,
There's
no,
been
no.
some times, but
I
I've
mean-
also done that too. So it's
I know, but that's why it can't be me because I've asked for it the least amount of times.
he
And
has
I
a
have
point.
and I have the busiest schedule.
He has a point.
No, he doesn't. Shut
Yes,
up.
he
Don't take
does.
my
Yes, he does.
You sound like my significant.
go.
You sound like my significant others right now. It's like, don't listen. Shut up. I don't care if you're right. You still wrong.
Your significant others. You have a significant other right now? Hold up.
No.
What this happened?
Saying like in general.
Yeah.
Oh, so you saying okay? All right. I thought you were saying like he's.
No.
No, I'm not. I'm not dating. I do not have a partner at this time. No
He's
girlfriend.
single, ladies.
Yeah, brother Tay is single, so
Don't hit- Don't hit me
No,
up.
sorry, wrong way.
Don't hit
His
me up.
inbox is open. This
I
brother
will
right
ignore.
here,
I will ignore
His
them.
his
fact, I'll
inbox is wide open.
I'm petty. I leave that shit on scene, so
Oh,
you know I
that's-
watched it.
That's
Super
foul.
petty. That is super petty. It grinds my gears.
I don't give a fuck.
Speaking of which,
Hit me up.
That's like, y'all keep setting them up, and I just
knocking him out the park.
I'm like the
We got a
Yankees.
lot of. Oh,
It's-
go ahead.
well, sometimes it be brother Tay that be doing them also. He be hitting them with the good ones. And then producer Jay, which was the one that y'all did that was set up too perfectly? Like
I
it was the
forgot,
episode that y'all did.
but I remember I was very appalled. That's all I remember, and I know it had something to do with kids, and that's all I'll say.
Yes. Speaking of kids, the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
there we
that's
go.
what it
There we
was.
go.
Oh, you thought I forgot? That's one of my favorite ones.
That one was perfect. Oh my
Oh, so
goodness.
if you give me the chance, I'll always do something stupid like that. You know, it's like we're talking about domestic violence. Speaking of that, NFL, right? Like I'll keep it going.
All the time. All the time. That's how we get these numbers up.
Yeah.
So yeah, producer Jay, what we getting into tonight?
We got a all grind my gears episode. So normally we wait to the end of the episode to talk about this stuff.
Okay.
But I figured let's compile everything because I always have the issue of during the week it like bothers me and I forget to write it down, and then when we do the episode I forget. But this time I did not. I wrote it down, so I have a list, and I feel like
down.
I
and I
just
feel
write.
like it's a pretty good list.
I just
All right,
write the
so-
topic. I'm like, this person pissed me off. This thing pissed me off.
All right, so who's going first?
You know what? I'll go first because my first one is kind of like low hanging fruit, and I feel
Low-hanging.
like
Just like
it's
peace nuts?
something that everybody can relate to, and a lot of times we just kind of pass it by, especially as New Yorkers. Is like it is what it is. The
Is it
MTA
pigeons?
though.
Oh. I thought we were talking about
Normally,
pigeons.
normally I roll with the punches when it comes to the MTA and their nonsense, but this week in particular was so bad. 3 times this week was just utter nonsense.
All right, let
So-
me hear what this nonsense was, and I bet you
Here's
I
the
can
nonsense.
explain every bit of it.
I hope you explain it because it pissed me off. So the
Okay.
first day, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday.
Oh.
I got to the train station, and so normally, I get to the train station like around a little after 8:00. So just for context, I drop my kids off at school, and they get in at 7:45. So like it's not a matter of I should be on time, I should be early, whatever. I have a hard in, I guess you could say,
There you
at
go.
7:45. That's when I drop off my kids. That's when I head to the train. So it's not. I
There
can't
you go.
leave earlier. It's whenever they go in. So I get to the train station, and there's usually a train coming at 8:08 and 8:0 or 8:12.
4 minute head wait. Okay. Mhm.
And then after that, it's like 8:20 something. And it's like, if I get that one, I'm late. So the 8:08 train comes, doesn't even stop. It just beeps the horn, beep, 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 and then it
Yep.
passes by. And I'm
That's
just
the
like,
signal.
why? For what reason? And then, so I get on the 8:12 one, and then and I don't know why, it's always in 3rd Avenue, 138th Street.
Whoa.
It just stops.
Well,
And I know most of the time it's because they go to the other side to say, oh, that train's leaving first. But it's like, I don't care. We got here first. Let's leave first. I don't care. No. Don't wag your finger at me.
this first
can
one
ex-
always.
I
This
already know.
I know
what's
it's a
going on
scheduling
here.
thing. I know it's a scheduling thing. Like
Mm.
that's how it works in the systems, whatever. They got
Well-
certain trains that are supposed to go.
Mhm.
That's not my problem.
It
I
is
was
your
on,
problem.
well, because they made it my problem. So, so I literally had to, once I got to my stop, I literally had to book it to my job, and I just got there in the nick of time.
When-
Second time.
Mhm, mhm. Oh,
There
there's,
was
there's
just-
more?
I told you 3 times this week. Second
Oh,
time,
jeez.
same thing. I got there, but 8:08, it didn't even show up. There was no 8:08. It was just 8:12. I'm just like, what is
8:08.
going on? This isn't what? It's the same trains. What's going on? Why are there some trains at this time and certain days and then sometimes not? I don't get it. Same thing, except I was late this time because I couldn't.
Oh.
Anyway, then on Friday,
You're so disrespectful.
I
On
got
Friday.
I got on the train this time. It was actually on time. There was an 8:08 train, and
808, baby.
they made me get off at 86th Street because don't even know why. Because the next side, because they skip 2 stops and go to 59th instead of going to 2 stops. I guess it was like early, or they were making up for lost time. I don't know. So because of that, and because it was raining,
The disrespect is so strong.
I was late.
You done? Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Oh no,
Let me
just screw the MTA. I don't care what you got in your system. If we at a train stop, just go. I don't care.
Quick question.
Now, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done for real.
I did
Alright,
always wondered why it does that though.
Why does what?
Like if you're for the 6 train, here, like the express will get to 138, 138 first, and then like if the local train is like close, it'll be like, oh, let's wait here till like the next one, till the next one passes. And I'm like, okay. I never really understood why they did that. Personally,
It's really ultimately comes down to scheduling, because certain train sets have to make their runs. That way they can make it back to the yard in time for washing and also maintenance repairs. Like, so most of our trains come in 5-car sets and they link them together. So what happens is they'll break those sets apart. This set will go to wash and go to the barn shop to be repaired. This set will get linked with another set that's still in good condition. That one will go down the road. Everything runs on that type of schedule. So when certain trains meet up at a certain station, like a 3rd Avenue, and maybe they'll send the local first for whatever reason, it's because that train has to make it down to Brooklyn Bridge and back before, I don't know, say 12 o'clock, so that way it can get sent to the yard or whatever have you, or vice versa.
But
It
doesn't
Yeah.
the at 138th Street, don't they switch it to a local train anyway?
South of the station where the train goes to 125 into the tube, it's literally only 2 tracks. So only one train can go at a time. If you're going north, then yeah, you can. They'll have the train meet up so that way people who want the express can catch the express and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's just going north, and then that way the 6 train that's going express can go straight to Hunts Point and maybe catch up to the next 6 train that's at Hunts Point, and then Parkchester and whatever have you, right? Going south, it can only go on that local track to 125, so that way it can meet up with the 4 and the 5, right? It ultimately comes down to schedule. That's really all it is. And then sometimes
I always thought because of that. I always figured that's 125th. It's one track. So I was like, well, the local has the straightest shot. So
exactly.
The thing, like all the mechanics to make it on the express train is already set for local.
Right.
Let's just let local go. That's what I always thought it was.
Exactly. The switches south of the station have to be, set up that way so that way the express can go first, but it's a longer process because the train will have to when a train goes over a switch, it can only go over a switch a certain amount of speed or else the train will derail.
And then
you can't go flying over a switch into another track and into the tube. Meanwhile, the local can just boom. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I guess that gives a little bit of context.
That also is also probably the reason why that train skipped you on what day you said? Monday?
Tuesday, yeah.
The train skipped you on that day, on Monday? Like it just blew through the station without stopping?
The first day that it happened, it skipped me, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that train was probably behind schedule for some reason. Whatever reason, maybe the train at Parkchester was taken out of service. Maybe that train had to play catch up.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things happened. So maybe there was a sick passenger and they couldn't move the train. Maybe the train in front of it had mechanical issues, and that was kind of like the train to make up for it. Those things happen it happens all the time. Believe me, it happens all the time.
Frustration.
Yeah. Wow. And then remember, the 6 train has a lot of old trains.
Yes,
remember,
it does. They didn't used to.
Right. They took those trains. Remember the newer trains that were on the 6 when we were in high school?
Mm-hmm.
They took them, upgraded them, and put them on the 7 line.
Right.
Those trains can run by themselves. They don't need an operator. The train runs itself. Then they put the
Mhm.
older trains back on the 6 line. So
Yeah.
with that comes all the mechanical issues of trains from the 60s.
Well,
Them 60
Still,
bitches.
it pissed me off and it grinded
Them
my
60
gears.
bitch. Them 60 bitches always coming back to fight us.
Hey, so
God damn them.
Anyway,
That's you.
That
Next,
was my
your
one.
first
That was
one.
my first one.
any more MTA slander?
I don't give a fuck.
I just had to get it out.
Fair enough.
I don't care enough about the MTA. It gets me there. It gets me to my Jason there. And I understand the shit.
It's
So you
your
want me to
turn,
go?
Tay. Yes.
To finish off, Phil, my first one, to finish off what I started in that solo episode. Fuck Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm tired of her. Nah, fuck that. Okay, no more. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of Tupac at this point. I gotta hear this. I hear her saying his name one more goddamn time.
You know what
Losing it.
I saw? I saw someone
Can't
say
do
on
this to-
Twitter that it was fucked up. But someone said Jada is trying so hard to look like Tupac now.
Yeah.
That's how much he's
Yeah, with
on.
that
That's how
bald
much
head.
he's.
I know
That's how much
it's
he's on her
horrible.
fucking. That's how much he's on her fuck. That's how much this nigga's on her fucking brain. Like my nigga's been dead for 30 years. He's been dead as long as I've been close to a lot. Let it go.
Yeah,
Get
the
it,
whole
yeah.
the whole Jada
Y'all wasn't
thing.
even dating. He was engaged to Quincy Jones's daughter. So even all the shit you was talking is not real. He was like, he asked me to marry him when he was in Rikers Island. He was only there for 20 days. He never
Listen.
saw you. You was with Will in California because that's when he got his first divorce. So no, I want to hear this shit. He never saw you in Rikers Island.
It is
Fuck.
interesting that like she had a lot of, I guess, support after the whole Will Smith stuff from a lot of people. People saying that, oh, Will, he kind of just acted out and stuff like that. Like he shouldn't have done that. Like they were basically putting the blame on Will. I know we kind of like it was mostly on Jada, but a lot of people were on Jada's side.
Always
However,
on Jada.
given that she is still talking about this stuff, and now that she apparently is not with Will Smith, she was shocked that he even did that because they're not married, they're not together,
We
And-
all know why
Well, they're
he
still
did that.
married. They're just separated.
they're separated.
no.
Whatever the case is.
No, we all know why he did it. The camera shows them.
Yeah,
The camera literally shows her look at him with the meanest disdain. Like, yo, you better do something.
yeah.
We all saw it live. There's no behind it.
Excuse me, brother. Yes.
Well, before you go, I just wanted to say that like, ever since she opened her mouth, she lost all that support pretty much.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who are now against Jada because she is.
You talk too goddamn much.
Yeah.
Yo, because it's like, okay, first of all, I just want her to take us out the group chat. Like, can you take us all out the group
Yes.
chat, please? We don't want to know about
Bill-
any of this stuff. It's like
We don't want to know. None of us
we-
wants to.
We don't. None of us. We don't care to know. It's
Yeah,
not
nobody
like
care. We moved on.
we've all moved on. We're just like, come on, please let us.
You
It's like everything
had
that we've
us.
learned. No, everything that we've learned about this family over the past 8 years, we've learned against our will. Like nobody sought this information; they just volunteered it.
Yeah.
no,
You know
this-
what I mean?
no. We got better. Like, remember when this first came out? Like, remember that first Red Table episode where they did the whole thing? That was like what
Mhm.
3 years ago, maybe.
With the August Alsina thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there
Was
was
it-
still rumblings before that about how, she was unhappy with him and or like
Right.
he couldn't do it for her in bed and things like that. Or
No, but I'm saying
And
this
the
is
le-
like no, I'm saying, but that was the first time since like that was the last time like they had like the full attention of people. That's what I'm saying.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's
There
when
was-
everybody felt bad for Will.
Uh-huh.
Because
Like, bro, she don't love you.
He did the meme face that I use in the group chat where he's crying and he's just like taking it like,
But also, she said that, she was surprised that he called her his wife when they had been separated for 7 years. So then why did you look at Will like that when Chris said what he said?
Right.
Like, why are you looking for your husband to protect you or say something if he's not your, like, y'all were there as...
That was separated. Because
I
in
wonder-
her words, they've been separated since 2016.
I wonder if
Which makes,
I mean,
which makes
obviously,
no
this is
goddamn
all like a public thing. Like it's a public image thing.
So
That's
MJ's
why
nuts.
they never was open about them being separated. She still
Well-
goes by Jada Pinkett Smith. So,
Uh-huh.
Don't you,
um,
to separate,
wonder-
don't you,
huh?
I don't, no, I can't tell you, I'm sorry. I'm just
I
thinking about
guess
something.
you can be legally separated, but then like, I guess you
Live
would
in
have
the
to
same
change
house.
it.
No, they're still legally married,
They're legally married,
right? But they are separated.
but they never
probably
got
been
a
living in-
divorce.
right. They probably been living in separate houses over the past God knows how long.
Well,
Not long
I
en-
was gonna
not
say, I
long enough,
wonder if
damn
it
it.
has to do with the whole. I mean, we don't know for
Not
sure about
Long enough. Damn it.
the Scientology stuff that Will Smith has been linked to. I mean, I'm not too knowledgeable on that, so I don't know. That they have to stay together because of that.
Eagles.
I don't know.
Eagles touchdown.
No. I don't know. It's I'm really I'm with Tay. I'm tired of hearing about this.
Yeah, so am I.
We're exhausted. I'm
I'm-
not gonna buy the book. I'm really not.
No one's going.
I don't
I'm-
think anybody's gonna buy the book. Well,
no one in
some
New York
will.
City's gonna-
She's probably
No one
gonna
in New
tell
York
it
City.
to us. Huh?
No one in New York City is probably going to buy that book. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't think so?
Yeah. It's honestly she'll probably market it as like a tell-all book, but then like it's a lot of stuff that we already knew.
It's
It's
already
just
out.
Give him
though.
more. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was.
Isn't it already out? Or
It's
'cause
out.
Remember? Yeah, because Will made a response in a letter in the New York Times.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, it's gonna become a New York Times bestseller just off of name value alone.
I feel like every
True.
book is a New York Times bestseller.
Well, I wonder what the criteria is. I think you have to sell a certain amount of books for it to be a New York Times bestseller. And it's going to reach that number just because of, it's Jada Pinkett Smith and they're embroiled in controversy and this, that, third, yada, yada, yada.
Like I said, even then, I still think it's going to be information that we already knew. It's just going to give a slightly more context, but
It's going to be information we didn't ask for again.
We didn't
that
ask
too.
for it.
Yeah.
Just
Like she even said that Jaden got her taking some psychedelic drugs or some shit. I'm like,
that's
you
only
take
because
drugs with your son?
that's
Yeah,
only
that's-
because Willow Smith came out and said that she was the reason that her and Jada were doing drugs when they were 13. She made them do drugs. So it's a whole
Wait,
thing.
what?
That was the thing that came out that Willow said. Like Willow's like, "Oh, we did drugs when we was 13 because of our mom."
See, just volunteering information that we didn't.
Yeah, that's. I don't even know how to
This-
approach that one, but
I'm
anyway.
saying, like, we did ask for this information, but now we got it. There's nothing else we can do. It is
Well-
now stuck with us. I didn't ask for this shit. I never wanted this.
Well, the
I just
Pinky-
wanted Willow.
Well, the
just
Smith
wanna
family,
word it
please
out
take
there.
us out the group chat. Please, just take us out the group chat. Unfollow us, unfriend us on Facebook, please. We didn't ask for any of this.
I never wanted to be in the fucking.
we
group
gotta
chat.
turn off notifications.
Yeah, we gotta mute them.
I never
It's
wanted
crazy.
this.
Anyway,
It's the
You know
worst.
this.
Next,
It's the worst.
Brother Jay.
All right, so I'm actually gonna go back to the MTA because there's not so much the
You-
MTA itself,
You
Is it-
acted like you wanted to move on from the MTA. Now you're gonna go back.
but my
Good
beef
news.
isn't with the MTA; it's with the riding public.
Ah, so you flip it.
Yeah, I'm flipping right back on y'all because you niggas, not y'all, not you two niggas, but you niggas who smoke weed on trains need to be
Oh.
shot.
Oh,
Flex, no, fuck that. You're right. I'm on that.
Y'all,
I hate you.
I agree. I agree.
I hate it. Hate is not even like, it's not appropriate,
You know
I
how annoying
loathe-
that shit is?
bro. Like, I put it on Facebook the other day. I'm like, yo, I don't know what it is with y'all, but there's no reason for you to smoke weed on the train. Like, first of all, we don't want a hot box with you. Like, this is not like this is not
What
your
is that?
crib, my dude. Like,
Nah.
Yeah, this is not something we want to be part of.
right.
Fully.
This is public air.
Yeah, if you
Second,
want us,
a lot of time they be smoking some trash. Like, they're not smoking no good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
this shit's
it's-
not Zog. This is grass. This is
right. It's like if you had Purple Haze, okay, I can understand. But y'all be, I don't know what these kids be smoking, bro. And then
It ain't
last
good.
but not like second is like, are you so addicted to weed that you can't wait to get where you're going to smoke? Like, people who
Well-
smoke cigarettes don't even smoke on trains.
they used
know what
to,
I'm
but
saying?
not anymore.
Not
Not
yeah.
anymore. Like, it's just it's you potheads. Like, this shit
Yeah.
is
No.
frustrating. I'm
No,
tired
no.
of getting on the train after a hard day of work and smelling weed. Like, what are you?
Like I don't like. I understand. I understand you want to smoke. That's cool. But like, bro, we're on the train. I'm trying to get home. Like, come on. Like,
No,
this is no
wh-
need
what-
for this.
What's the worst is smelling it first thing in the fucking morning. That's
Like,
what I've
what-
done. Like, who gets high at 7 a.m.? Like,
Wake and bake. That's what, it's a wake. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are so addicted to this stuff. You can't wait to get to where you're going to
No.
smoke. You gotta smoke on the train with everybody else. And you know what's funny? When I was in jury duty, right? One of the ADAs, you know, they asked us what we do for a living. I said, oh, I work for the MTA. He was like, oh, really? He was like, I got a question for you. I'm like, I probably have an answer. So he was like, what do I do when I encounter, people smoking on the train, smoking weed? I was like, I have two answers for you. One of them's not very popular, but it is the right course of action, right?
take it out to
That's all.
mouth and stomp it on the ground.
No, that's the option that's gonna get you killed.
Oh.
But well, what you can do is intercom the conductor and say, hey,
Oh
look,
yeah.
we got somebody who's smoking on the train. Can y'all do something about this?
And they'll
Oh,
stop
no,
the
with the-
train and make everybody late.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I'm telling y'all. So I'm like, because even I've considered it many a times, but it probably put my life in danger. So I'm like, sometimes I'll be looking at it, I'm just like, you know what? I could just stop all of this right now and
Just
inconvenience everybody because of you. Everybody gonna be mad because of you, because you can't wait to get to where you going
No,
because
but
you want to smoke.
Realistically, they'd be still mad at you.
No.
No, they would. I know how people are.
Yeah,
They will
you
still
won't
get
be mad
mad at
me.
you. Yeah,
They'll
they'll
be mad
still
at
get
me,
mad at
yeah.
you. Yeah.
They'll get mad at you because they only get mad. The only people who get mad is the ones who saw you talk. Like if they saw you tell them, then
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Because
If
then
no
then it's like
if
two.
no one sees, they don't
'Cause
care.
Now it's not only that you're making them late, but you're also a snitch.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that I don't care about.
I mean,
that part
you
I
don't care, but they do. Some people do.
That's
Either
like
way.
that's the only reason that you'll get in trouble because they'll be like, "Yo, bro, come on." But if they're doing it, because I got one of those trades where like the dude, I hated this now, because I was trying to get home. It wasn't even like a late time. I was like, "Yo, I had fun. Let me get home. Just gonna relax for the rest of the night. We still got time. I can go watch TV, do whatever I need to just unwind from the day, whatever I'd done that day." This motherfucker lights up his whole thing and the middle cart, where where the conductor
yeah.
is. And the dude, like, literally, we stopped. He goes, like, yo, either you put that out or this whole train goes out of service right now.
Yo, that seriously, that's
And the dude
the way
goes-
it goes.
And we all looked at this dude like, so you gonna put it out? And he goes, like, man, it's not that serious. He goes, like, well, this train's out of service. I was like, I swear to fucking God. Are you serious
Yo,
right now?
I would have.
But if it's not that serious, then put the weed out.
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Then
Or
it's
like-
not that
I've seen people do like they go in the middle, like in between, where
in
they're not supposed to
between,
be.
right?
do that at least. So at least you're not in the freaking car.
Even
I've
if
seen
you,
people do that.
even if you do the in between, like there's still a chance.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
because you're not supposed to be in between the cars anyway.
There you go.
Technically,
that won't
so
stop
like
anybody.
if the officer
That's
sees
it.
that shit, especially because police are at most all stations. So like as soon as
Like,
an officer sees that shit, that's it. Like that's a wrap.
Yeah, if an
They-
officer sees you walking in between the cars, they'll pull you off the train.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, but I was in high school. This was before I started working for the MTA. So
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, but
I've never actually walked in between
it's
the
fun.
cars.
it's
I
not
have, it's
that
not-
sweet.
it's not that-
I've always been too scared. It's like I don't want to fall in between. I've heard that story about the
It
guy who
happens a
got
lot,
caught.
bro.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But-
these idiots that smoke on the trains, y'all need to get chopped in the throat expeditiously.
Or
Like,
just freaking get edibles. Like there's other alternatives to get that high without
There-
inconveniencing everybody else.
Everyone in the world.
edibles take too long. That's the thing. Edibles take too
I
long.
don't
Then
give a
take
fuck
it
if
like
takes
a-
so long.
30 minutes
like this-
before you get on the train. Like,
Word.
plan for
Listen,
that
Also,
shit.
why do you need to be high on the train? You have to get
That-
somewhere for
well-
a reason.
Yeah.
Like, what is the purpose of this?
You're preaching to the choir. That's the point I'm trying to make. Y'all are so addicted that you can't wait to get to where you're going. Like, come on. But you know, what do I know? I'm just a 300-pound black man in the room. Dang, I'm really not that heavy. I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm not 300 pounds. Anyway, your turn, producer.
All right. So my next one is actually something that happened today. Well,
Oh shit.
I'll say today, but I came into light today and we spoke about it in the group chat.
Did we?
So recently the new Spider-Man game came out.
Oh, that's why I
And-
was late. That's why I kept pushing it back. I'm sorry.
I swear to God.
You should
I'm sorry.
yo,
I'm sorry, y'all. That's why I pushed it
you're
back 10
lucky
minutes.
I didn't add you being late as part of the Anyway,
What?
so the new Spider-Man game came out. Great game. Love it. Having fun with it.
Out
There
your
is-
days, because
There is one glaring issue, and that it
Oh.
speaks to a larger issue that I've actually I've noticed in my life.
the ignorance.
Yeah. So
Wow,
there's a
wow.
point in the game because Miles Morales, he is a Puerto Rican young man, and he's very proud. That's a he's half Puerto Rican. He's also half black. I will mention that. That's
Thank you. Can't just claim him for yourself. He's one of ours too.
He's
fine, fine.
He's
Anyway,
a POC. Next.
he's a POC. Yes.
God damn.
So him being Puerto Rican is one of his defining characteristics. So it's not something that can be just like ignored or like overlooked, I should say. So in the new Spider-Man game, there's a point in the game where you go to his house, and on the wall there is a flag that is not the Puerto Rican flag. It is a Cuban flag.
Oh,
The opposite. Very similar. I will say very similar. The same color scheme, it's just flipped. Instead of the blue star with the red stripes, like the American flag, it's a red star with the blue stripes. Or, I guess, triangle with blue stripes.
Okay.
So, it kind of irked me a little bit because that is a very distinct mistake to make. And a lot of people online were kind of like downplaying it as it's just a simple mistake. Their countries are very close to each other. They're Spanish anyway. It's a very simple mistake to make.
That's
And-
extremely racist. Nah, fuck that.
Exactly. And that's
don't
my
know.
point.
Nah, you
dismissive.
It's very
That's wrong.
dismissive, and it's also like Tay said, it's racist because
That's
that's
wow.
going with the mindset that every Hispanic is the same.
That's,
And
that's exactly.
I
That's
will
exactly
speak-
what they just said to you.
yeah.
That's pretty much what they said.
all you Spanish speaking niggas are the same. Don't worry about it.
I will speak from experience because when I went to Ohio, there was a lot, like a good amount of people who like genuinely did not comprehend the idea that there was more Hispanic people than Mexicans. Yeah, they thought like every Hispanic person was just Mexican.
We don't.
They
We don't
had
classify.
no concept of like Caribbean. They had no concept of like even Spaniards. No, they were just all Mexican.
We don't classify it that state. We told you that they're stupid.
And it's like,
I want you to know, any state that's past Pennsylvania, I just register them as ignorant because that's
yeah,
pretty much
it's
what
mostly. I would say it's mostly a Southern and Midwestern thing.
I know.
But
at least
it's,
as you go further down, at least you can. South Carolina will at least let you know, like Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, they can tell the difference. I know that.
yeah,
I've been there for them to tell the
it's like-
difference.
and a lot of, and it's. I'm gonna just say it. It's white people.
No
they-
shit.
Come on,
Hey,
who else would it be?
I mean,
no shit.
Come on, man.
Soccer.
Let's-
Who am I
let's
supposed
be
to be
honest.
surprised? Come on, bro.
You don't say.
Say it ain't so,
But-
my brother.
the thing is though,
Not the way.
is
Outta
they
here.
they don't realize how like how ignorant that is. It's
Oh, say it
literally
ain't so.
because like there's no. It's like saying Ireland and England are basically the same
They believe that. What if?
because
No,
they're
no,
both in
I'm gonna-
Europe.
I'm
They're
no, I'm
both
gonna
in,
give you.
they're both white. They both speak English. They
gonna
must
give
be
you a
the
better-
same.
I'm gonna give you a better example. British and Welsh people. That was
Yeah.
like it's like saying that they're the same, even though they're part of the United Kingdom. They
Oh,
are
you're-
distinctly different
different.
countries,
Right.
like
Welsh-
very different.
Welsh person will fight you if you said that to them. I guarantee you.
Exactly.
That.
But the main thing is that it's different culturally. Because like Cubans, like yeah, we all speak Spanish and stuff like that, but there are a lot of different like ways of speaking Spanish. And
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you can have a Puerto Rican speak to a Cuban and them not even understand each other because
Facts.
that's how different it can be.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's facts because, whenever I go to like a Spanish speaking country, I take William with me because he has to translate. He has to.
Yeah.
He has to.
I'm sorry, he has to because my Spanish ain't like it ain't good.
Well,
I ain't gonna hold you.
that's understandable.
So, when we went to Mexico a couple of times, he's had to like differentiate the Spanish that he speaks with the Spanish that they speak down there in Mexico. And the same thing happened when we went to Panama. So when we went to Panama, we went to the gifts, to a gift shop in the old part of town, and one of the ladies who owned the store, she was asking him like, "Oh, you speak Spanish?" She was like, "Your Spanish is very different than the Spanish that we speak." He's like, "Yeah, because I'm Puerto Rican." They thought he was something else. I forgot what he said they were that they thought he was, but he was like,
They
"Yeah,
thought he
my
was
Spanish." No, they thought that he was some
Yeah,
sort
no,
of.
Probably. Oh,
They thought that
Probably
he was some
Honduras,
sort of
Ecuadorian.
Latino, huh?
normally Honduran, Ecuadorian, Honduras from Honduras or Ecuador. Those are ones I
Mhm.
normally hear for Will.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
I
that.
could see that. Yeah.
But they thought that he was something else. They didn't know that he was Puerto Rican. So when he said Puerto Rican, they was like, "Oh, okay," because your Spanish is different.
Different.
You know what I
Different.
mean?
Yeah, there's
It's
different
very
like,
different.
slangs, different just different words for certain things. Like one word could mean completely different things depending on the country you're in. Even though it's
Exactly.
all Spanish, it's just different.
You know what's funny? I bet you there's a lot of white folks that don't understand the difference between Latino and Hispanic.
They don't. They never will.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Or Hispanic and Spanish. 'Cause
Right.
Spanish is technically from Spain.
Exactly. So
So
Yeah, it's very ignorant, and it bothered me.
very
Because
ignorant.
then people they wonder too. They say, "Oh, how come?" Even people here, they wonder like how come Puerto Ricans and Dominicans get insulted when you call them each other? Like, no,
oh yeah,
that's
No,
they're
because
very
you're-
different.
yeah,
Because we're a different culture. We're a whole different heritage.
yeah,
Hell,
and-
it-
Just
Hell,
because,
it-
the language is close to the same. That's like me saying why are you getting mad because like you speak you speak Portuguese, even though you're from Brazil, you're from Portugal. You understand that just because the language is the same doesn't mean they're the same person.
Right.
There you
Or
go.
the same
Everything is
culturally. Yeah.
Just
I've
shit together.
noticed
Go to
that with-
Portugal, and it's very different from Brazil.
I've noticed that with other Caribbean cultures too. Like if you get a Jamaican and a Trinidadian confused, or Antiguan and
Guyanese.
right, like they get like, no, I'm not that. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So you don't.
Different.
I'm like, so you don't love yourself is what I just heard. You don't love yourself because I ain't trying to. You do that with me, I'm walking away. I'm like, you did not.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to die tonight. I lived a good enough life not to fuck around with this.
Exactly. So
Not today, Lord. Not today.
not today at all.
Maybe another week. Another weekend, I'll try. We can die again, but not today.
But yeah, I hope that they fix that issue in the game because it's very insulting, honestly. And it just shows and what gets me too is I posted this in the chat too. They had a separate game called Spider-Man Miles Morales.
And it
That
was
game
right
had
in
it
that
correct.
game. Yeah.
So that means they went back and changed it to
and
the
fucked
wrong
up.
flag. Yeah, it's like, how does that even happen?
Oh my god, I hate this shit.
Ah,
Like, how did that slip by the QA team? It's beyond me.
Twice.
There's like-
once.
I mean,
No.
granted that there's like so many different developers over there. So like, obviously, there's not everybody's gonna see it, but somebody's gotta see it. Like, and it wasn't even like a small little picture. No, it was a big poster board on the wall that had a Cuban flag instead of the Puerto Rican flag.
Yeah,
But anyway.
they'll fix it. Yeah,
I hope they fix it.
I don't care what no one says. Don't be
It's just leading to more people justifying their ignorance.
the flag is different. It represents a heritage in a country for a reason. Don't be stupid.
Exactly. Your turn, Tay.
Do you want me to keep it to video games, social media, or you want me to do what I want?
Whichever.
Whatever.
Actually, I got a new one. Let's keep it to I wrote a few, but now that I thought about it, I hate all gatekeepers of just gatekeepers in general.
Yeah.
Just anything that, like, I've seen too much stuff. You're like, oh, like if I'm trying to watch, people know, Brother Jay knows, also Producer Jay knows, I'm not the best at movies. Movies isn't my thing. I never just had to sit down and just watch movies. Well, there'll be times where I just sit and watch a movie. I'm like, okay, this will be this. And and it's random. It doesn't have to, I'm not going to go, if there is a sequel to a movie, I'm not going back to watch the prequel. This shit was in front of me, I'm going to watch it. That's how it works.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that. But like,
No. I feel you.
like
I
I'm
think-
not,
Again, I'm sorry.
it's not that, but I hate those people. They're like, oh, why are you even watching it if you're not going to watch the first one, this and this? I'm watching it because I can.
That's.
Like, why the fuck
I
ruin my
mean,
business?
I would always recommend someone do it, but I'm not gonna question why they won't.
There's a difference between recommending, like, oh, I heard, like, if I told you I watched, like, the third Harry Potter movie without the first two, you'd be like, well, I recommend you watch the two before that so you can fully understand it. That's
Right.
a
Right.
recommendation. A gatekeeper is pretty much why I hate
Yeah,
those
like why
fuckers.
are you watching? Like, how dare you? Like, what, you have to watch the first ones. Like,
At
how
that point, fuck super fans to begin with. Console super fans, fuck them. I don't care no more.
You know what the thing is? I've seen I've seen gatekeepers mostly in the anime and
I was gonna go there.
yeah,
cartoon, yeah. And I kind of understand why, only from this perspective. It's because back then, when we were younger, you know, coming up in age and finding out our interests and stuff like that, people like that used to get made fun of for liking stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden,
want you to
now
know
that
right
it's
now.
mainstream and it's cool,
I want you to
now
know
all of a
right
sudden
now,
y'all want to partake in it.
Brother Jay. I want you to know right now. I was part of
What's-
that. I
were
was.
part-
I used to get made fun of for watching anime. That's fine.
Oh yeah,
Guess
what
what?
I'm saying?
Guess what? You walk so these motherfuckers can run and enjoy this shit. Stop hating.
exactly. That's
You
what
don't-
I
well,
never
I-
understand.
That's why.
I
and also,
agree
on that
with
note, I
you.
hate I hate old heads too. The sports old heads when they're like, oh, they're doing this for this. Yeah, motherfucker, they had it hard. Some people, these rules changed for a reason. Streaming sources changed for a reason. Yeah, we had a hard time. We have to go to these weird ass websites where the ads were most likely pornographic. Shit happens. If you want to watch this show, you got to watch it. All right, you walked through this, you got through this nonsense to make Crunchyroll a thing. Be happy you fucking have it to begin with now.
Yeah, I would never.
Your sacrifice make this possible. Stop bitching.
Yeah, I would never like try to actively deter someone from watching or experiencing anything just because
They
I
didn't
did
go
it
through
first.
the hard part.
Yeah, they skipped this part or this or that. Like even with like going same thing with anime like Dragon Ball. There's a lot of people who grew up with Dragon Ball. I did, but there's
We
also
all
people.
did, yeah.
There's also people who haven't, and there's purists who say, "Oh no, you gotta watch the original Dragon Ball. Like you can't watch Z first. You gotta watch the." I'm not like that. I'm be like, you really don't have to if you don't want to. It makes the experience better. You'll get more context, and you'll get a more better experience watching the whole entire show.
Get your
But
full
you don't
fuller.
have to if you don't want to. So it's like same thing
You'll
with
get
like
it.
filler. Watching filler, like people are, oh, you gotta watch the filler. It's like, nah, you don't gotta waste your time with that.
You don't gotta do this shit at all. Well, you gotta do this.
Exactly. You don't even have to watch this.
I
do
get
that. I do that shit for One Piece all the time. I'm like, oh, well, it's a repeat episode. Skip. Like, they doing this. That was all of
get it.
Naruto. Skipping that.
I get it 1,000%, and I agree with y'all because at the end of the day, you actually want people to enjoy the same stuff. Like you want them to enjoy it.
Do you not want?
Enjoy it? It makes the experience better. Now that you have more fandoms, it's just like that trauma of, yo, I used to get made fun of for liking stuff like this. Now all of a sudden it's cool, and the people who made fun of me now are seeing how nice it is. No, it's kind of like you're part of now. We were part of some special club. Now it's all mainstream. They just let anybody in type thing. I guess that's how they look at it.
That is how they look at it.
Look at me. If you went through the hard times, you are the bottom of the pyramid. You are the
You're a
foundation.
trailblazer. Yeah.
You let this. You are the Michael Jordan for this shit. Be happy.
Right. I agree, but a lot of people can't get over that
trauma. You all need
they
therapy.
can't get over that.
You all need therapy.
Sad.
Fuck what your black family members say. Go get it. You need it.
But you know what the thing is? A lot of those guys, they kind of made their interest in stuff like that their entire personality, so they don't have any personality beyond it.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? Because they do it to girls too. They do it to women all the time. They gatekeep against women all the time. So it's
they do that for a lot of other things.
Yeah,
as well.
I was gonna say it's for like movies, especially like the freaking like video games.
Technically, if we want to be honest, fuck the anime community, like those guys in general, because not only do they gatekeep, they're also racist and sexist anyway.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
For anyone that wants, like, if you like a favorite character, you want to dress up like, oh, you can't do that. You're too dark for that. You can't do that. And I'm like, oh, right, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I've seen that a lot. That's just the worst. Like, why are you deterring this person that wants to be? This person likes this character or not? Why are you like?
Yeah, it's weird.
It is.
It'd be I'm not gonna lie to you. It'd be like the weirdest looking dudes. They'd be like,
that don't bathe.
Oh, incels.
Oh, you just remind me of the smell I hate, huh?
You know, oddly enough, when I went to Comic-Con, it didn't stink.
This year.
You would think, and it was packed because it was on Saturday. So
I want sure know. That's one of my biggest. Before we move on, that's like one of my biggest insecurities just in life. I have a fear that someone's gonna say I smell bad, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do this.
Yeah, I mean, that's an irrational fear for me too.
What?
I've never had to deal with it. I thought like there'll be times where I smell something. I'm like, I hope to God that's not me. Yeah,
I think it all the time.
It's like, no, okay.
It's not me.
Okay.
All right, cool. It's not me.
If I'm if I'm on the if I'm heading home on the train and I just smell something, I'm like, is that me? No, is it? Fuck. I can't.
There's been a handful of times that it actually was me, but thankfully it wasn't. I wasn't in like a public place, so I was able to like get away.
Excuse me, brother?
Coming back from the gym, I sweat. Like,
Smell like ass and sweat
yes,
and a hard day at work.
that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
I want you to know. Oh wait, I want you to know. My roommate called and said I smelled early as a joke, and I looked at her with such sadness. I was like, "Why'd you say that?"
why?
I was already going to take it. Like, now I got to take an extra shower. Now I feel gross.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I got something. I got one. It's not necessarily a grind my gears, but I think it's strange to the point where I gotta speak on it. Usually I don't say these kinds of things, but I think it's incredibly weird. People who make Instagram pages for either their children or their pets. That shit is insane to me. I'm sorry.
All right, so on
Oh,
the children, on the children.
Oh,
aspect-
here we go.
All right, so it's not mine. It's my baby mama's. She made one for the kids, but
We're told
literally
no.
no. Listen, it's private. It's literally just for family. Because
Nah.
her no. Listen, there's a reason, and we spoke about it. So she wants to separate her profile from the kid's profile because, just put it this way, there's certain things that she posts on her profile that's not really suitable. Because you know how you see like a lot of women or a lot of like mothers, they'll be posting like pictures of their kids and then them dancing in the club. Like, I mean, you can't. I mean, sure, it's your page. You do whatever you want, but it's like it's more like a separation. You know what I mean?
Excuse me, brother.
No, continue.
I'm not saying that's what she does.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
Wait, but is the profile pretending to be your two sons, or is it just
No.
her just posting more family suitable photos of
Yes,
her, the boys,
yes.
things like that?
That's
That's not
what it
what I'm
is.
talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
You talking
I
about
know exactly.
pretending to be them?
Yes.
Yes, the,
Okay,
the
no, that's-
child or the
I've
pet.
seen
That's-
pages like that where it's like,
You don't.
the dog has a page, and I was like, I'm just a good boy. All I want
Right.
some
Yeah.
That to me screams insanity. Like, no.
You know who did. You know who did that?
who?
Someone we used to work with.
Who?
Starts with a J. I feel I don't want to say
What department? What department?
in back room or market.
Wait,
No, he did not.
No, not he. It's her.
I don't think it's not a boy. It's a girl. He said she.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
It's
Glasses.
No.
Well, I don't remember someone who starts with J that worked with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
The market department? Was it
I don't know. Say
closer
the
to you,
name.
or was it closer to the back room?
It is always market.
Text it
I mean,
to us.
I'll text. Okay, I'll text it.
Yeah, because I don't remember shit. I thought
I'm-
you were talking
I'm-
about
I'm
I
so-
only
yeah.
thought of one J person, and I was like, oh,
To be fair, it's been a
Yeah,
while since like I've even thought about her. But okay.
I'm trying to remember everyone that worked in the market department. I only asked because like remember you were like in the dairy
No,
stuff.
she did not. No.
Yes.
Like,
I didn't see it.
I'm sending it to you.
Oh, I forgot about her.
She made a thing for her cat.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, wait.
I saw that. You were
She
absolutely
followed
right.
me, or the cat followed me.
I wonder how she's doing. I hope she's well.
I
She's not
wouldn't
really on social media anymore.
Right. She's never really on social media, and she don't answer text messages. So fuck her. I don't care.
Yeah.
My state. I just still hope she's doing okay. It don't matter what the fuck she did. I just actually
Man, go ahead.
just because
But
you
yeah,
got
that
don't be.
No, but yeah, I get that though. That it is very
that shit
weird.
is weird. I've seen one of my sister's friends does it. I think it's weird. I'm like, really?
What?
One of my
enjoy
coworkers that for the kids, I think it's weird because it's like, okay, you're kind of posing a security risk because there'll be predators on the internet.
That's why it's
the
ours is
the kid-
private or
the
hers
kids
is
I'm
private.
fully with you on. Like I feel like that's a bit much. If your kid's most likely your kid's going to make Instagram profile any fucking way. Just let them wait till they're 13 anyway.
True. Yeah, that's why, and that's why, because my profile on Instagram and Facebook, it used to be public, but then I started realizing like
The danger.
yeah, people can see this stuff, and I really don't want to give anybody any ideas. That's why I made it private.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoy seeing the videos of pets anyway, so I don't give a fuck.
Right, but if it's the owner posting the videos of the pet, interacting with the pet, and I'm a little weird, so I watch a lot. Fuck you. I watch a lot of animal like pet feeding videos of animals that watch eat like these owners be making these gourmet plates.
You're not alone. I like that too. I don't know why.
Like,
for some reason, watching an animal eat is so like, I don't know. It like it's something.
It's just stimulating. It's stimulating.
There you go. It stimulates my senses.
So, but not only that. So these especially if they feed them raw food, apparently it's better for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's this one woman that I watch. She has a pit, and she has, I think, a German Shepherd, all black German Shepherd or something like that. And she feeds them straight raw food like ground beef, turkey necks, eggs, and like some other secreting organ or whatever have you. And she'll feed
This
it to them.
dog's eating better than I am.
It's straight 1,000%. But the dogs look so healthy. Like their coats are shiny, their teeth are good. It's
I mean,
fascinating.
she takes care of them. She takes care of them, so I'm sure that does that. But that dog's eating better than I do on a regular.
1,000%, 1,000%. And I'm just like, if I had a pet, I would probably feed them this stuff. But she's posting as herself, filming
Feeding
the
the
dogs
dogs.
while they eat. She's not pretending to be the dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you what?
go ahead,
People
producer,
do it.
'cause this don't make sense to me.
Fuck that.
All right,
Nah, fuck
I'll
that
do
word.
one more because I know I had a few, but I'll do one more.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck all sports fans.
Okay, so this one is more of just like an inconvenience. It's been bothering me the past like four.
Y'all got real
like a
hate
month.
in your system. I'm tired of this.
I did it. No, I did. I did
Y'all
it in
got
this.
real hate.
I'm doing
got
it
hate
in
in your heart,
descending
let it
order.
out.
I'm doing it in descending order of hate. I started high with my level of hate.
I only go higher, damn it.
You did the opposite.
Want these niggas in
alright,
hell
so-
in jail. One or the other. Oh, go fuck.
One thing that's really pissing me off, and it's been happening for the past like month or so. Every freaking weekend, it's been raining,
Oh,
and I'm getting sick and tired of it because it's ruining every single thing I have planned.
It's monsoon season. I told you this on your birthday.
I
We're
know,
in monsoon season. You didn't
but
listen to me.
Why is it on the weekends? Of
I
all
don't
days,
fucking know.
during the week, it'll be beautiful. But on the
He's got a
weekends,
point.
You to
Friday,
make-
Saturday, it's just terrible. Literally
he's
like
got
that.
a
This
point.
past-
You.
yesterday, it was like this.
I know. I know. I
But
went
to be
to
fair-
work all these days.
to be fair, yesterday it got nice like around 2:30, 3 o'clock. The sun came out and all this good stuff.
Yes,
But,
but
like it's been crazy.
the past few weekends, it's been just nonstop. Just it's like clockwork. Friday into Saturday, and then it'll clear up by Sunday. And it's just like, why? And it's probably gonna happen again next weekend.
Nah, I don't think it's
No.
gonna rain this weekend.
You say
this
that.
This weekend's supposed to be the last weekend over. But also, I told you this on
I
your
don't- I don't
birthday
trust
when
it.
when we were in your house celebrating your birthday. I was like, "Yo, we're in monsoon season. It's gonna rain almost every weekend. It's probably gonna." I
I
told
don't
you
care.
like you have a 80%, you have a 70% chance it's gonna rain during the day. I told you this. It's not your fault. Your fault.
It almost ruined my freaking Comic-Con because literally when we went on Saturday and Natalie had makeup on because she dressed as Gamora, so she literally covered herself in like green paint, but
Congratulations.
she couldn't get wet because it would mess up the makeup. So literally, we had to drive to or like a few blocks to Comic-Con, park the car in the lot, call the Uber, and then go right in front and then run inside because we could not get wet. Literally, we had to spend extra money. We could have walked from the parking lot, but no, because the rain was so heavy, we had to freaking pay for an Uber just to get there.
I don't
Should have
believe in
those
umbrellas.
Those are
Well, you can't wear you can't use an umbrella when the rain's coming in sideways. It's not gonna work as we think.
Here's the problem. You don't believe in those hairdresser wait, that's like the
No,
hip?
I want those, but I can't carry it with me because then I gotta I have an umbrella, but it's small enough that I could put it in my bag.
It's not for you, it's for her. Fuck you.
Well, we don't have we did, but it's broken for a big umbrella.
See,
But anyway, it's not
fireworks.
it's not necessarily that we couldn't get hit. It was the moisture in the air. That was the main issue.
It was moist.
It was moist in the air.
It was moist. But yeah, this rain gotta stop. Please.
Oh my god.
They close us out.
I couldn't even
Oh.
take my kids
You got
pumpkin
one more.
picking.
I do. I fucking hate these people. Probably the most.
One more.
And it's just sports. Brother Jay, do you remember a show called Pro versus Joes?
Yes, I remember this. Yes.
Fuck
I heard of
all
that.
fuck the Joes and fuck the people on Twitter that still like them. That like they just watch shit and be like, I can do that. No, the fuck you can't. Sit
You
your ass
can't.
down and eat your popcorn, motherfucker. The reason you didn't make it for a reason. You got cut from your basketball team. You wasn't good.
Well, don't.
And you're like, Jordan got cut. Yeah, Jordan made it the next year though. Did you? No.
You didn't even go
Oh,
back
no.
to tryouts.
I bet you
Come on,
did, little bitches.
armchair athletes.
Armchair
Mon-
athletes.
Monday
Fucking
morning quarterbacks.
fucking anyone that's this is more towards like because I cheer for a lot of New York teams, so the negativity is extremely high. I think you cheer for this team. What is with your attitude, my brother? Like, I understand like the Knicks just got good this year, but like, why are you cursing out RJ Barrett? He got 25 points. You know how much points you would get against that team? 0, because you wouldn't even be able to make it past half court breathing heavy. Motherfucker, I can make that jump shot. No, you can't. That's why you're on the couch, my bro. Like, I can make
Listen,
that tackle. No, you can't.
I
You're
get-
not strong enough to tackle Jalen Hurts. No,
I get being frustrated like when like a player or a team is not performing the way you want them to.
fuck
but
that.
Acting like you know what it's like is a different story. It's like, oh, he could just do this. Like, why is he like? No.
I hate those guys. They'd be like, they could just do that and that. Why you do that, motherfucker? Have you not seen the speed?
Why
these
why
fuckers
is he
run at?
jumping like that?
Motherfucker,
Bruh.
'cause it takes them a long time to get down. These motherfuckers' verticals is 40 inches at average.
Bro,
Right.
my respect for athletes went way up when I tried out for JV football team. My second day of high school.
You were dead.
I made it through one tryout. I did not go back.
Damn.
There was in so much pain, bro.
You know
My
what?
body was so tired. I was
I know. I
was
want you to
sore
know.
for like 2 weeks, bro. I was
I
like,
want
nah,
you-
I'm good.
I
you
want you
think-
to know. This shit's great. I love it.
If you think that's bad, I had when I was in wrestling, we had I think
Oh
it was
yeah, I
like
forgot you were on the wrestling team.
I was when
forgot.
I think like the first week or 2 weeks there was like an interlap or whatever between the football season and the wrestling season. Or no, maybe it was like I don't know. But you remember DB, right?
A lot
Yes,
of
the Bellis. Yeah,
Yes.
Coach the Bellis.
So he was the coach of both.
Right.
So
Oh,
there,
fuck.
there would be times where he would have the football players
come wrestle. I know
come
that.
wrestle. Just not
Yeah.
even come wrestle, just train with us.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah, they were out of their element.
doo-doo. Like it was
Yeah.
horrible.
I
I
want
was
you
like,
to
if
know.
you think that's bad, I can imagine how you would feel about wrestling training.
I want you to know every
Well-
training is so much different because like I've seen a lot of track when I was in high school and I was on the JV football team. A lot of the track people would come try out. They'd be like, I can catch football, I can run fast routes. They do one practice, they are literally passed out or throwing up like halfway through the practice.
Because they
Like,
don't have the
fuck?
body for it.
Yeah.
No, that the sport you play is the sport you train for. Like if
Exactly.
you can't really just transition. Just because you're
Yeah.
fast in that doesn't mean you're going to be ready for the change in direction with all the other stuff. Like your hip and ankles will be on paint, be on fire.
So I got a couple things to say about that because I learned this the hard way and from watching. So when I was training for lacrosse, right? Just before like the official lacrosse season started, where we could start physically practicing with pads and sticks and whatnot, they had a straight conditioning where all we did was run. You know what I'm saying? We ran laps around the basement. Like we had to do, I think 10 laps around the basement, and then we had to do 20 sets of stairs. And only in one set was we run from the basement all the way to the top floor and back down. We had to do that 20 times. Right? So that was just before we got to the pads and the sticks.
My heart.
Bro, but you know what? Once we got into
the pads, you was good.
Bro, I was you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you was ready.
I was sprinting, bro. I was in the best shape of my life by the time I graduated high school just because of lacrosse. And then, remember when The Last Dance came out, right? And Michael Jordan spoke about his retirement. He said that he had to change his body from basketball to baseball. And then when he
had to change it back.
He had to change it back to a basketball player.
Yeah.
So it's so different, bro. My respect for athletes is way. That's why I don't complain about,
I don't say
I don't complain about front offices.
Yeah, I mean you can complain about like their
systems. You can complain about the systems and just like not being in, like, some systems don't put players in the best position. That's a coach, like, that's just a thing. And you can complain about a player's like attitude, like whenever they answer certain questions. But you can never compare yourself to these players. No,
I would never complain about like their performance. Like
I do look forward to seeing the NFL players go to the Olympics in 2018, 2028 to play flag football. Should be funny.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Destroy these guys. They're gonna destroy the North Carolina.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to see Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes play again together. So it'd be great. I see a lot of one plays.
Destroy the competition.
I see a lot of one play touchdowns. Just fuck it, go.
Aren't they gonna put basketball back in it?
Basketball's always been in.
Has it?
They're gonna put baseball in the Olympics.
They're putting baseball, softball.
Maybe it was baseball. Yeah.
And I think Major League is talking with the Olympics, like, to schedule like a little break so they could send like the actual players to go do it.
Yeah, because it's the Summer Olympics, right?
Yeah, it normally happens in the mid-season, so that's the discussion right now.
Oh no, what I heard about basketball is that apparently you said it, they're putting a new dream team together, right?
Yeah, apparently the 2024 is supposed to be Dream Team Part 2. It's supposed to be LeBron, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry.
Because we got embarrassed in the FIBA World Cup, so
I mean, let's be honest, we sent one player, we sent one B+ star, we sent 2 B+ star players and a bunch of B- players against the whole world. Like, eventually the shit's gonna happen. Not against
LeBron said Avengers Assemble, so it's a wrap.
The funniest part was watching Joel Embiid. I was like, brother, your African country's gonna be
the
pissed.
problem.
That's a little weird to me.
The problem
he's a dual citizen, so it is what it is.
Oh wait, real quick before Jeremy goes, does Cameroon even have an Olympic team?
They made it because of him, like the past.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's it is what it is. But he is a dual citizen, so he gets to tick whichever country he represents.
And
so like one thing about like, maybe it's different for baseball, but for like basketball and football, like it's a very team-oriented sport. Like you have to have people who can work together. So plucking the best players from different teams doesn't necessarily mean that they'll work great together.
I mean, for them, there's a tryout for them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Like, it's not like, oh, these are the best. These are the top 20 players in the NBA that are go work. It's like they have a whole training camp and they like do scrimmages together to see what 5,
Ooh, okay.
what 15 worked the best, because you're supposed to have at least 15 players, 12,
Right.
12 to 15 players, and then you actually have a backup team, like called the select team. That's the team they practice against all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all a bunch.
And plus, these guys, you know, they let's keep it a buck. A lot of them play together in the off season. They do a lot of stuff in the off season together. So
That's
They
why you see
played
all
against each other, and
that's why you see all those videos of them like training together. Like when we see Westbrook and LeBron James always in the same gym. I think Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving were playing together. They always do shit. They always are playing together because they normally have the same amount of trainers. So they do workouts together all the time. That's why everyone follows that Kobe shit.
Mamba mentality, son.
Yeah, if you go back and if you watch the documentary of the Redeem Team, I think.
Yes, on Netflix. Yes.
Yeah, the Redeem Team. Everyone started got together after they saw Kobe's workouts. And then they all started getting up at Kobe time to do his work with him. That's when they started becoming a real team.
And Kobe used to get up at like 5 a.m. to go train
Before we go,
every day.
Before we end this episode, I always remember that thing of Tracy McGrady. Like him and Kobe Bryant were together, and he goes like, they worked out till like midnight. And then Tracy McGrady's like, yo, we got to work out again at 5 o'clock. You going to be there? Kobe goes like, nah, I'm not going to be there. He goes like, all right, cool. So Tracy McGrady sleeps until like 7. Then he goes to the gym at 7:30. Kobe was already in there sweating like a game. He's like, you said you wasn't going to make it. He's like, yeah, I have to beat you mentally. I have to win. I just don't think that's the first one of the season. And Tracy McGrady was like, this son of a bitch.
He psyched me out.
right?
He's like, it won't happen again. I was so mad. He was like, that's the first victory of the season. Season's already started. He's like, you just won. That and
Kobe was a monster.
That is Shaq. And then I think they won their second championship, and then Shaq gets a call from Kobe at 4:30. He's like, yo, you ready to go to the gym? We just finished. We just won. He goes like, all right, and
Oh,
what that mean?
the fuck?
don't stop.
Let's go. Let's get this going.
I'm trying to win 10. Get it together.
He just wanted to beat Mike. That's what it was. He wanted more chips than Michael.
We say that now. I feel like Kobe Bryant's real goal was Bill Russell.
Nobody's catching Bill Russell, bro.
Not with that attitude. All right, bro.
Do you know how well? First of all, and I know we got to go, but Bill Russell won 11 titles in 13 years when there was like 8 to 10 teams in the league.
I'm hearing excuses.
It ain't never gonna happen like that again, bro.
That's what Kobe mentality was.
Even Phil Jackson, he has 11 rings. They're all spread apart, and he won them all in bunches, bro.
He has 9 as a coach and 2 as a player. Okay.
No, he has 11 as a coach and 2 as a player.
He has 13.
He has 13 rings. He won 6 with the Bulls, 5 with the Lakers, and then 2 as a player with the Knicks.
Yep,
so,
right, 13.
That's a lot of championships, bro. It's a lot of chips.
That's 2 on each ring, and then 3 have 3 rings.
Put on his toes.
2 toes are missing. Now he has to come back. He wants to complete a flight. He has to get 2 more.
Yeah.
All right, you want me to end it?
Yeah, as you can see,
someone's tired. So, thank you for listening to the Excuse Me Brother podcast. I've been your angry host, Brother Tay, along with the other co-host that doesn't share enough anger. Y'all don't have enough hate in your heart. It bothers me. With Brother Jay and Producer Jay, y'all don't got enough hatred. Am I
don't.
Y'all don't. This is what drives
Sadly,
me to be
I
better.
apologize.
That's why I'm in the gym. What was it? I said that to someone. I was doing something in the gym. They're like, it's like you really can lift that up. What, like, who are you? I was like, who hurt? Fuck the hurt. I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to take on the government tonight. I'm trying to look like Steve Rogers in this bitch. Like, thank you for listening to Excuse Me Brother podcast.
Yo, get your voice.
If you want to talk to us, If you want to talk to us, you can follow us on TikTok. Excuse me, brother, with the ER. I came to do the joke. On TikTok, on the Facebook group with Excuse Me Brother, and then at Instagram, excuse_me_brother with an A. And if you're listening to YouTube, you can please like and subscribe, leave comments. We do read them. Sometimes we don't answer.
Sometimes.
Thank you for listening. If you keep listening to Apple or Google, keep us on. Appreciate it. Can't wait to get this Manscaped money. Let's go. Thank you. Have a good day.
Peace, guys.